Hello, and welcome to Spirit Travels, where we narrate the extraordinary experiences of people who have glimpsed the other side of death. My name is Maureen, and I will be your narrator on this journey. If you enjoy this content, please make sure to like and subscribe to support our channel. Now let's begin. Hello again, friends, and welcome to part 2 of our mini-series on visions of God and heaven and NDEs found in the Bible. Today, we're going to be narrating the accounts found in Ezekiel and in Daniel. I hope you enjoy it. Ezekiel 1, verses 4 to 28. As I looked, I saw a stormy wind coming out of the north, a great cloud with fire flashing continually from it, and a brightness was around it, and in its core there was something like a glowing amber-colored metal in the midst of the fire. Within it were figures resembling 4 living beings, and this was their appearance. They had a human form. Each one had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the soles of their feet were like a calf's hoof, and they sparkled and gleamed like shiny bronze. Under their wings, on their 4 sides, they had human hands. As for their faces and wings of the 4 of them, the wings touched one another, and their faces did not turn when they moved. Each went straight forward. Regarding the form and appearance of their faces, they each had the face of a man in front, and they each had a face of a lion on the right side, and the face of an ox on the left side. All 4 also had the face of an eagle at the back of their heads. Such were their faces. Their wings were stretched out and upward. 2 wings of each one were touching one another, the wings of the beings on either side of it, and the remaining 2 wings were covering their bodies. And each went straight forward. Wherever the spirit was about to go, they would go, without turning as they went. Among the living beings there was something that looked like burning coals of fire, like torches moving back and forth among the living beings. The fire was bright, and lightning was flashing from the fire, and the living beings moved rapidly back and forth like flashes of lightning. Now as I looked at the living beings, I saw 1 wheel on the ground beside the living beings, for each of the 4 of them. Regarding the appearance of the wheels and their construction, they gleamed like chrysolite, beryl, or olivine, and the 4 were made alike. Their appearance and construction were a wheel set at a right angle within a wheel. Whenever they moved, they went in any one of their 4 directions, without turning as they moved. Regarding their rims, they were so high that they were awesome and dreadful, and the rims of all 4 of them were full of eyes all around. Whenever the living beings moved, the wheels moved with them, and when the living beings rose from the earth, the wheels also rose. Wherever the spirit went, the beings went in that direction, and the wheels rose along with them, for the spirit of life of the beings was in the wheels. Whenever those went, these went, and whenever those came to a stop, these came to a stop. And whenever those rose from the earth, the wheels rose beside them, for the spirit of the living being was in the wheels. Now stretched over the head of the living beings, there was something like an expanse, looking like a terrible and awesome shimmer of icy crystal. Under the expanse, their wings were stretched out straight, one toward another. Every living being had 2 wings which covered its body on one side and on the other side. As they moved, I also heard the sound of their wings, like the sound of great rushing waters, like the voice of the Almighty, the sound of tumult, like the noise of an army camp. Whenever they came to a stop, they lowered their wings, and there was a voice above the expanse that was over their heads. Whenever they stopped, they lowered their wings. Now above the expanse that was over their heads, there was something resembling a throne. It appeared like it was made of sapphire or lapis lazuli, and seated on that which looked like a throne high up was a figure with the appearance of a man. Now upward from that which appeared to be his waist, I saw something like glowing metal that looked like it was filled with fire all around it. And downward from that which appeared to be his waist, I saw something like fire. There was a brightness and a remarkable radiance, almost like a halo around him. As the appearance of the rainbow in the clouds on a rainy day, so was the appearance of the surrounding radiance. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory and brilliance of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell face downward, and I heard a voice of one speaking. Next is the book of Daniel. Daniel 7, verses 9 and 10 and 13 to 14. While I was watching, thrones were set up, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. His garment was as white as snow, and the hair of his head was like pure wool. The throne was ablaze with flames, its wheels a burning fire. A river of fire was flowing and coming out from before him. Thousands of thousands attended him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. His court was seated, and the books were opened. I was watching in the night visions. Behold, one like a son of man coming with the clouds of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days and was brought into his presence. Dominion, glory, and sovereignty were given to him, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will never pass away, and his kingdom is one that will not be destroyed. Daniel 10, verses 2 to 9. In those days, I, Daniel, had been mourning for 3 entire weeks. I ate no tasty food, nor did any meat or wine enter my mouth, and I did not anoint or refresh or groom myself at all for the full 3 weeks. On the 24th day of the first month, as I was on the bank of the great river Hiddekel, which is the Tigris, I raised my eyes and looked, and behold, there was a certain man dressed in linen, whose loins were girded with a belt of pure gold Uphaz. His body was also like beryl, with a golden luster. His face had the appearance of lightning. His eyes were like flaming torches, his arms and his feet like the gleam of burnished bronze, and the sound of his words was like the noise of a multitude of people or the roaring of the sea. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision of this heavenly being. For the men who were with me did not see the vision, but nevertheless, a great panic overwhelmed them, and they ran away to hide themselves. So I was left alone and saw this great vision, yet no strength was left in me, for my normal appearance turned to a deathly pale, and I grew weak and faint with fright. Then I heard the sound of his words, and when I heard the sound of his words, I fell on my face in a deep sleep with my face toward the ground. Daniel 12, verses 1 to 3 and 5 to 12. Now at that end time, Michael, the great angelic prince who stands guard over the children of your people, will arise, and there will be a time of distress, such as never occurred since there was a nation until that time. But at that time, your people, everyone who is found written in the book of life, will be rescued. Many of those who sleep in the dust of the ground will awake or resurrect, these to everlasting life, but some to disgrace and everlasting contempt or abhorrence. Those who are spiritually wise will shine brightly like the brightness of the expanse of heaven, and those who lead many to righteousness will shine like the stars forever and ever. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood two others, the one angel on this bank of the river, and the other angel on that bank of the river. And one said to the man dressed in linen who was above the waters of the river, "How long will it be until the end of these wonders?" And I heard the man dressed in linen who was above the waters of the river, as he held up his right hand and his left hand toward heaven, and swore by him who lives forever, that it would be for a time, times, and half a time, or 3.5 years. And as soon as they finished shattering and crushing the power of the holy people, all these things will be finished. As for me, I heard, but I did not understand, so I said, "My Lord, what will be the outcome of these things?" And the angel said, "Go your way, Daniel, for the words are concealed and sealed up until the end of time. Many will be purged and purified and made white and refined, but the wicked will behave wickedly. None of the wicked shall understand, but those who are spiritually wise will understand. From the time that the regular sacrifice, that is, the daily burnt offering, is taken away, and the abomination of desolation is set up, ruining the temple for worship of the true God, there will be 1,290 days. How blessed, happy, fortunate, and spiritually prosperous and beloved is he who waits expectantly, enduring without wavering, for the period of the tribulation, and comes to the 1,335 days. Thank you for listening. If you have had an NDE that you would like to share, please email us at travelsinthespirit@gmail.com. Until next time, God bless.